We were there 2015 when they rolled the full scale from the old hangar in the annex out to the new 4th hangar, and that was the first time I had seen it outdoors, and it was so big in that small hangar, and to see it from a distance, it was just inspiring. And at that point I thought to myself, I need to build a model of this. And for the last 4 years I've slowly been working on this, flying it during the summer months and working on it during the winter when it's cold outside. So this is an all-electric airplane. It's got ducted fan motors, brushless, they're brushless in-runners, and it's powered by lithium polymer batteries, and that gets us about 6 minutes of flight time, which is pushing it to the limit. It's got retractable landing gear. It's got gear doors so that, you know, when it's in flight, it's all clean. You don't see any holes from the bottom of it. And the landing gear is pretty scale. It's got the 4 wheels on each main, and the tires are painted silver like the real one. The fans, they're made by a company called Schubler Technologies. They are a company that builds composite fans, and they are extremely efficient, and they're quiet, and they have those brushless in-runners in there, and you can purchase them ready to run. So basically when they arrive, you can install them directly in your model. There's 4 of them, not 6 like the full size, and the reason is that you can get more power from 4 slightly larger fans than you would be able to get from 6 smaller fans, and this plane needs all of the power it can get. So right now, all combined, it gets about 12 pounds of thrust, and the plane weighs 27 pounds at takeoff and landing. Valkyrie's really good going straight and level, so great on the passes. Turns, it takes a lot of power to pull through the turns. It's not as efficient, there's a lot of drag, and it slows down significantly. Takeoff and landing's really stable at the high angle of attack. It does take a lot of power, but it's really predictable. It also has, the nose moves like the full scale one so that the pilots can see over the nose of it for takeoff and landing. So when this thing's slowing down for landing or when it's taking off, the nose has a slightly different shape. It does have a drag chute for landing, and that's really effective to slow it down once it's touched down. So this model is all built of balsa wood and plywood primarily. It was based off of 3 views of the full-scale XB-70A, the one that's in the museum, and basically you start with the 3 views, and from there you decide what airfoils you want and what changes that need to be made from the real one. And this model, it looks pretty close to the full scale, but there are some subtle differences so that it can work as a model. People are surprised that it's 1/22nd scale because it is, 100 inches long, and just gives an idea of how big the full-scale Valkyrie is. And this model, if it can go 100 miles an hour, which it does, that's the equivalent of 2,200 miles per hour. So it's 100 miles an hour is approximately Mach 3 for the model. Wency's helped me with the programming, and she's been a huge advocate for this model, and it's her baby just as much. So she makes sure that it's well taken care of. She enjoys the scratch-built airplanes. I think it's wonderful to see models that have, or full-scale aircraft that have been retired that are never going to fly again, and you can come out and see an RC version of it fly. And as far as the hobby, I think it's a wonderful hobby. To be able to do it successfully takes some determination, some perseverance. Those are qualities that help us far outside of the hobby in terms of our personal life. To be resilient, because eventually all of these planes will crash, to get over it and to look forward to your next project. I don't think you ever reach a point in this hobby where you feel like you've mastered it. There's always something more that you could do, a way that you can improve something, something that could be better. No scale airplane is ever finished. You just decide to stop doing it, and that's a quote from a famous modeler, Dave Platt.